Okay, so we're gonna do this reading right quick, and I'm pulling from this deck right here is Rebecca Campbell, I think, and this deck right here is like when I ask Spirit which archangel you need to work with, then Spirit comes forth and give me the archangels that you need to invoke and work with. Okay, so the first card from Rebecca Campbell's, and I must say that this is a beautiful deck, but the first card is Leap. It says, "You go first, the universe will catch you." Okay, so this might be somebody that's a little got a little doubt. You might be doubting maybe your circumstance is not up to par how you desire it to be. But with anything, you have to take risks in life. You won't know. I tell people, don't focus on the outcome of things. Just know and understand that as long as you take that leap, the universe will indeed catch you. And even if you fall, you don't have to stay down. You can always get up. Okay, so there's leap right here, and there's transformation. Because we need to be growing and transforming. If you see the numbers 555, 555 is all about change and transitioning. You don't want to be the same person that you was 6 months ago. You don't want to be the same unless you're satisfied with that. But for the people that's undergoing transformation, and if you want to leap, you have to be ready for the transformation that comes along with it. And this card says things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So whenever we decide to heal ourselves, we go through another spiritual awakening, a whole nother transformation, whole nother transitioning, and that is coming. That's the process. Trust the process. Boundaries. Okay, so gosh, tell me about boundaries. Like, I don't like people overstepping my boundaries. I don't know about you all, but I don't like it. And it says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? I know what this means for me, but do you know what it means for self? Whether you're in a relationship, whether you don't like things or how it's going, you know what I'm saying? Whether somebody curses at you or, step on your toes, do you allow it? Do you say something, or do you just allow it to happen? Like, boundaries is everything. When you lay those foundations and you lay those boundaries, and everybody should have boundaries. Like, you're not going to overstep my boundaries. You're going to respect what I do. And if you're not really spiritual, I really don't dib and dab with people that's not spiritual anyway, because it's nothing that we have in common. It's nothing that I can, and I'm not going to try to make it work with the religious person. Like that, I just don't see that happening. And so that would be overstepping my boundaries, real talk. Because if you're religious and I'm spiritual, how is that gonna mix? I don't want to hear you talk about religious stuff, and I'm non-judgmental. You can talk about it all you want to, just don't come to me with it, because I'm at a stage and a point of my life where I'm not nowhere religious. I'm spiritual, all spiritual. This is what made me. This is what molded me. This is what I believe in. And if you don't respect it, you can't be a part of my circle. You can't sit near me. You're not awakened, you're dead. Basically. That's how we look at it. You're not awakened, you're dead. It's nothing that you can tell me. Let's just respect each other and keep it pushing. That's just, and I did date like a religious guy, right? He went to church every mother freaking Sunday and still was the devil himself, whatever they consider devil in church, Lucifer, which we all know we're spiritual. You don't believe in you don't believe that Lucifer is bad. Really, nothing is good or bad. It's the perception, how you perceive things, how each person perceive things. What's good or bad for one might not be good or bad for the other. So, like I was saying, this person that I was dating claimed to be so religious, but definitely was not. And I don't want to dive into that because you know what I'm saying? That's just a whole nother story. But people can appear to be one thing, and when you crack that motherfucker open, they are not that. You know what I'm saying? So, boundaries. And that person did want to overstep my boundaries. It was all about control with him. Like I said, he when I say he went to church every Sunday, every Sunday he's sitting up in church, every funeral he's sitting up in church. It's like, okay, it's the image. You're doing it for the image, right? Because how you treat me doesn't coexist with how you supposed to be this religious king. Like, come on with it. If you're gonna walk the walk, at least walk the walk and talk the talk. Don't walk the walk and then not talk the talk, because I'm gonna call you out on it when you want to argue with me. I will not engage in arguments, but I will put you in your place and tell you about yourself. And like I told him, all this cursing, verbal, no, you will not get the opportunity to verbally abuse me. You will not. If you can't talk to me like a decent human and we can't converse, then we're not gonna verbally abuse each other. I'm not gonna do that to you, so you don't do it to me, or physically. Like, and this could be somebody, oh, I'm picking up on it more and more and more. So Spirit is saying, if you're in a domestic relationship, DV, domestic violence, physical, that's what I'm getting. If somebody's hitting you, putting their hands on you, I don't believe in no male hitting on female. I damn sure don't believe in that. And I don't believe in no female putting their hands on a male. It goes both ways with me. It's just not one way. You can't have it just one way. If you are a whole female and you decide to put your hands, and you can't control your feelings and your emotions, and you decide to go and put your hand on a man, okay, I got brothers, you know what I'm saying, not seeing shit in action. Like, don't do that, because you got to be prepared for the reaction. Some women don't raise their sons to not hit women. Some women raise their son to knock a motherfucker out if you touch them. And if, like I said, I'm just... I ain't gonna get into that, but a whole male know not to put their hands on no female. Like, you're much stronger than that female in some cases. Now, I have seen some women with some men asses, but this is what this is all about, basically. Lay all jokes aside. Nobody should be putting their hands on nobody, but men do get abused domestically also. And then they'll just try to hold a woman, like the kind that don't hit on women. So keep your hands to yourself. If the person is cheating, if they're overstepping your boundaries, walk the fuck away. Get up. Nobody told you have to deal with that. Nobody told you to take that. That's what you are tolerating and you are allowing, because you don't know your worth. And we all have to learn our worth. And sometimes we know our worth, but we still have to do certain things. If that's how it has to happen, that's how it has to happen. Who's to say it's good or bad? But know your worth and know what to tolerate and what not to tolerate. You feel me? Like, that's very important. Now, Spirit is saying that whatever situation you're in, you have the opportunity to birth a new age. Okay? Birthing new creations. It happens every day. You can turn any situation that you don't like, you can turn and flip-flop that motherfucker. You can turn that situation around and tweak it and make it work to your liking. Dreaming a new world into being. We all are co-creators. We have the ability to manifest. Okay? We have that ability. Spirit, when I ask Spirit what archangels you need to work on, Archangel Metatron came through first, clearing your vibes. Clear them vibes. Doctor on yourself. The divine physician, Archangel Raphael. Okay? Invoke these archangels. We're not done. Spirit saying, you want to manifest? Work with Archangel Sandalphon. The miracle of prayer, if I said that correctly. Sandalphon would deliver those prayers to right here. Don't hate, meditate. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. See, a lot of people do not have their heart chakra open. That's why they cannot show empathy. Narcissists can never show empathy toward others. They lack the empathy part. And let me tell you something. Narcissists don't ask to be narcissistic. It's a personality disorder. It's a mental health disorder. They do not ask to be that. They are born that way. Or it's either it's genetic, It can be genetic. It can be how they were brought up. It could be somebody suffering a traumatizing childhood, feeling neglected, feeling abandoned, not feeling loved. All of that plays a part in emotional abuse. Spirit is working through me. That's why my thoughts are flowing freely. Okay? So just understand, I hear so many people talk about narcissistic people, but they don't ask to be that way. Just like bipolar people don't ask to be that way, just like schizophrenic people don't ask to be that way. Any person dealing with BPD, you know what I'm saying, dealing with any type of mental illness, depression, anxiety, they don't ask to be that way. And for you to judge them, it's not for you to judge. It's for you to not tolerate it. Anyways, Earth Angel, okay? Somebody is an earth angel. Somebody was sent here to do a mission. Okay? Maybe you light other people up around you. Maybe you heal people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you like the outdoors. Like to be outside. Like to be on the ground. Grounding yourself. Whatever the case may be, continue to walk in your soul's purpose. Let me tell you something. When you're not walking in your correct soul's alignment and your soul's purpose, a wise person once told me this: you are creating more obstacles to come along your path and generate. Those obstacles will continue to generate and bounce up off of whatever path that you're walking, because you're creating blockages and obstacles that you have to keep crossing, because that's not where you're supposed to be. Spirit knows where you're supposed to be. Listen closely. You need to learn what's your soul purpose. What did you come here to do? Because being judgmental, lacking empathy, and not understanding people and trying to change people or whatever to your liking is not your soul's purpose. That's not for you to do. That's not your job. Peace out.